Alright, YouTube. This is my last reading, my last zodiac reading of the month. I made it all the way through the calendar year, and I had a lot of fun doing this. We're on Pisces now. I want to thank everybody for coming out and viewing, even if you didn't watch all of them. I love you guys. You've been nothing but supportive. And I hope to do this again for months to come. So, let's get into the reading here. Alright, Pisces, I want to explain to you exactly how this works, so you can have an idea of how to read tarot better yourself if you ever choose to use this as a method for self-help. Okay, so in this card right here, and this is just one spread of many, this is the one that I like to use. It's been my go-to spread, but I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to use the same one next month. You are represented by the Three of Cups, which is a card that represents emotions, to put it simply. And since the card's reversed, it does have a slightly negative spin to it. I like to think of the cups draining out. The other people in your life are represented by the Eight of Swords, and swords represents knowledge and intellect. And as the suit of swords moves forward up towards 10, the cards become progressively more sinister. Now I see that as because the more intellect and knowledge we acquire, the more it hurts to obtain and the more it hurts to think. Our issue for this month, what draws us to other people and what pushes other people away, is the Page of Pentacles. The Page in all suits is the signifier of the deck, and I see the pentacle as a suit of enterprise or the material world or even finance and money. I think most people when they see cups, they think of love, and most people when they think of pentacles, they think of money. I try not to see it like that. I try to see it as more holistically, because these cards are very, very deep and they can mean a lot more. So up here, we have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands reversed. And to me, what the Nine of Wands means, what Wands means in general, is faith in the immaterial world and things that we can't touch with our hands and are too complicated for us to really comprehend at a sword's intellectual level. It is the higher power. It is the spirit world. It's spirituality. It is faith. It is things that are just out of grasp for the human to comprehend. And down here, we have the Four of Cups, or the Four of Pentacles. And I see this as a card of finance too, and this is also reversed. So we shall get into how we can interpret it. Okay, so like I said, you're represented by the Three of Cups reversed. Now, I see this as meaning that you're starting the month out feeling emotionally drained. This may have to do with your relationship, but it doesn't necessarily have to. This could just mean, you can feel cups drained from your financial situation, because all these cards are intertwined and directly connected to one another. Your financial situation can most definitely affect your emotions and make you feel depleted or drained, and so can your intellectual situation. But I see you as feeling drained, and I think this has to do with the people in your life, possibly more than one person. And if you're in a relationship, this could potentially mean, based on the nature of the card, that you have a third party in your relationship. Not necessarily infidelity, but there's another person that's influencing things. I know this isn't true for anybody, and these readings aren't going to be true for everybody. That's just the way that this works. Okay, and I see the other people in your life, the people close to you, as feeling stressed and feeling stuck. I think that they're stuck in some kind of thought process, and they've acquired some kind of knowledge that isn't setting well with them, and it's got them feeling stuck, and this is also affecting their relationship with you. Now, what I see you're tied to the rest of the world this month, involving a message that you've received financially or materially, And I think it's affecting your relationships with people adversely. Don't know what this message necessarily pertains to, but I see it as being materialistic or involving the material world. Now, some potential outcomes here for this month is I can see you feeling lost. That's what I see this card as. I see it as a I see this card as a, like, you got beat over the head by reality and you feel lost. You don't really know what to make of it. The imagery on the conventional Rider-Waite deck is slightly different than this, and you can see a bandage on the individual's head. You can't see that here, but you can just see his face melting. I got my Oliver Hibbert Tarot deck here. This is my favorite deck. I love the artwork. Oliver Hibbert, my man, please hit me up. I'd love to meet you. So, yeah, I can see you as feeling lost, and that's the best case scenario in this hand. Like I said, these are possible outcomes. The top card in my spread represents the best case scenario. However, the bottom card in my deck represents the worst case scenario and, unfortunately, the most likely outcome. Now, here I've got the Four of Pentacles, and as you can see, I can see somebody holding on. This is reversed, by the way, so it's slightly negative. Somebody holding on to their pentacles, whatever that might mean. They're holding on to something, and they want it very bad. They're trying not to let it go. And I see this as a card of, the first word that comes to mind for me is greed, but that's not all it means. It could also mean, like, hey, I'm trying to save my money really hard, but it's just not working. Keep these debt collectors away. Keep them at bay. I don't know what it means for you, but like I said, these cards are open-ended. There's many ways to interpret them, and not everything is going to apply or resonate with you, and I'm sorry for that. So I would also like to draw you guys some oracle cards here. Where am I going to go with this? Okay, so I have the Oracle of the Radiant Sun here. This is my favorite oracle deck, and this is my last video of the month, so we're just going to draw some cards from this. It's an 85 card deck. If anyone is looking for an oracle deck, any beginner readers are looking for an oracle deck, this one does not have much written into it other than the words that are represented by the pictures. But this is a great deck to get started on and can get you into kind of looking and interpreting imagery and understanding how card reading works, because card reading is more than just tarot. You can read playing cards as well, which is a skill I plan to learn. I think I already do have a pretty good idea on what it's all about. After learning the Rider-Waite Tarot, you're fairly well prepared to read most other cards. Alright, so we'll draw two cards from this deck, one off the top and one from the bottom. Okay, so for starters, I drew the Risk card. Now let's see how close I can get that in and still get a clear picture for you guys. It's got a man poking the bear. And what is that other imagery on the bottom? It looks like it's got a cow with a slice of pie, a key, and a tree blooming, 3 pentacles. So I take them at face value, you guys, and I see this as the Risk card, and I don't necessarily see this as a warning for you this month. I can interpret these as either a warning or advice. And I want you guys to take some risks. I want you guys to move through this financial rut that we might be in, or whatever material rut we're having. And to do that, we got to take a few risks. Or, I suppose the other side to it is to be more conservative and be careful about what risks you take. I don't know how you want to interpret that, Pisces, but that's the first card I drew. But to kind of coincide with it, I also drew the Originality card, and this has a Revolutionary War man with an idea and some type of primitive industrial era machine. I believe this deck is very old. Now, you know, risks and originality go hand in hand. You're taking a risk when you be an original, but sometimes it is I think that it's good to be original, and I don't think that we should strive for the norm. I should think that we should strive to be ourselves. That's what I'm doing, and that's what I hope all of you feel comfortable doing too. My ultimate goal with these videos is to spread enlightenment and empowerment, and I hope that that's the message that you're getting here. All of my viewers, even if these videos aren't always negative, I try not to tell any lies or sugarcoat anything in these videos, because I want you to be able to change the negative areas of your life to the best of your ability. I really hope this was helpful, Pisces, and until next month, I'll see you later.